You can start my timer when the cartoon is up correctly. Right size, please. That's fine. Good evening, I'm your announcer, Snick Farkas. Welcome to the last live broadcast of the Colossus of Gold from the Pacific Grove Municipalitarium. Mama says, city council's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, or which one is nuts. And in my opinion, you all are. Mayor, City Council, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea, it is time once again for the Colossus of Gold show. A statue struck by lightning grows to disproportions and wreaks havoc on the tiny town of Pacific Grove. This week's earth-shattering episode number 369, Abandon All Hope. Feast of Flashlights is upon us, the traditional time to rotate the street lamps. Extra, extra, read all about it. Reservoir Redux. Not again! I've got to get out of this place!
Come to Eureka. Big trees, big squid, big foot.
I found it! To be continued? Many a city council meeting has started at 6 o'clock sharp and ended at 11:30 dull. The city threat level is extremely high. This threat level has been brought to you by Perkins Toothpicks, makers of plain, ordinary wooden toothpicks since 1903. For those of you I have offended, good. That's what you get for looking at things the way you do. And for those of you I haven't, hang in there, I'm around for another week. I think Groucho said it best. Hello, I must be going. I cannot stay. I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same, I must be going. And remember, the Colossus of Gold is intended as parody and contains no actual information. And the Colossus says, I may be moving to Eureka, but I'm leaving my heart in Pacific Grove. I'll stay a week or two. I'll stay the summer through. But I am telling you, I must be going. Thank you, and good evening.
Susan Nilmeyer. Snick, I just want to say that in 25 years of living here, you are one of the most creative, colorful characters I've ever met. And I really appreciate all the meetings that you've brought a little bit of fun and levity to 369 meetings. Snick, you are a rare gem, and you will be greatly missed.
Council members, hi, I'm Daniel Davis. I just want to come up today and honor the public service that Snick Farkas has done for this city for many years through his creativity and wit. I know as elected officials, you've often been the target of his satire, but I want to say that when I was elected official, I always benefited from criticism. In fact, I hope that people don't take the route of considering these things just a personal attack, but as an action effort to contribute to a public service. You can learn a lot from people like Snick, and we're going to miss his kind of role, I think, in this town. I've always felt that we'd be in terrible shape if we didn't have gadflies. Sometimes elected officials tend to take themselves too seriously, even though you have very serious issues to address and concerns that you have, understand that. But it's important not to take yourself too seriously, particularly when sometimes we talk too much, or whatever personal fault we bring to public service, which is all times usually very glaring, and people then, obviously point that out. But I think that there's a real value in having critics of the staff, the council, the city in general, because it keeps us in a right perspective to remember that people are up here to serve the public. And we're all flawed. We all have our limitations. We all have our strengths, too. I think everyone that I know in public service has been at some time a target of SNCC's satire. So I don't think he's been unfair. And I especially like his creativity. Sometimes, you look at his cartoons and you wonder, what is this all about? But I think that if you really understand a lot of the undercurrents of politics in the city, if you think about it, you'd be surprised to discover what it's all about. And if you don't understand what it's all about, or you haven't understood what it's all about, probably you ought to think a little more carefully about what you're doing up here. So I just want to honor SNCC's contribution to the city. It's many years of public service. It's a kind of public service that's kind of unique, and I think it's going to be sorely missed. Thank you.
Madam Mayor and council and staff and everybody. Yeah, I'm going to miss SNCC too. I mean, I just am. But anyway, I have a subject that I should have brought up